Hi guys, this is John Paris from I Still Can't Get a Review, and I Can't Get Username 6, bringing you a review of the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Punchhopper. Wait, what? Well, I reviewed this toy a couple of months ago, but I wasn't satisfied with the review or the vlog. The vlog pretty much cuts off in the middle, and the review is just me amazed at how beautiful the figure is, and it was a first impression, which I think was wrong. I should have given more time to play around with the toy and figure out what it really can do and appreciate the detail, so now I'm back re-reviewing it. So first, let's take a look at the packaging. Side note here, this is my first SH Figuarts, so I was really excited to get it, and I got it off the CS Toys American storefront. Leave a link down in the description box. I think they are still making you pay through credit card. They don't have the PayPal stupid shit that CS Toys Japan has. So let's just hope. I took the only Punchhopper they had there because they only had like 3 SH Figuarts and 1 of each. So yeah, let's take a look at the packaging. Here it says SH Figuarts. SH Figuarts is a new standard figure series that incorporates the Bandai action figure art under the theme Pursuing Character Expression Through Humanoid Action. I don't know what the hell that means, but it sounds epic. Right here on the side, Masked Rider Punchhopper, little toy company stamp, Japanese kanji, and Kamen Rider Kabuto logo. Here we get a nice picture, black and white of course, of Kamen Rider Punchhopper, Bandai right there. Here is where the figure would be, but he's already taken out. And his hands, of course, he's got 2 pairs of hands, which I will show off later on. And comes with this little ramen bowl. I think it's the eye bowl ramen. Here we get a nice picture of the figure. Punchhopper right there. SH Figuarts Master Rider Punchhopper. And over here, pretty much the same thing, but a different side. And of course, you can see his little punch thingy. And now the back side. Here we get SH Figuarts. Let me raise my camera a little bit. SH Figuarts, simple style, heroic action. SH Figuarts. And just more kanji. And there's a Punchhopper in a cool kind of can't fuck with me kind of pose. Then he's there with his Aniki. They're both doing kind of cool poses, and they could do better. Close up on Punchhopper's face, and then it shows that he comes with the ramen bowl right there. And we're back to the center with Punchhopper in an epic pose. I personally like this one, and I might as well pose him in that anytime I change him, because I've been moving with him a lot. So first, let's take a look at accessories. Hold on. Sorry, my camera's pretty loose. Okay. Now, this is the re-release, so guess what? It doesn't come with the stand. Hands. Okay, well, they all pretty much fell right there in the middle. But yeah, let's take a look at... Let's move these hands aside for a little bit, and first let's take a look at his ramen bowl. Now, this is really, really nice. It looks exactly like for the 2 seconds it showed up on the show. Not even 2 seconds, like the 1 second it showed up. And it was a really funny gimmick. And the sticker is really nice. I mean, you can't really see the detail up close. I mean, I wish my camera could focus. But it can. Yeah, it's a nice little ramen bowl there. Okay, let me situate the hands. Okay, so he comes with this kind of grippy, like Shuki says, molester hand. I'm gonna grab your boobies. The other hand, I currently have it on the figure, so there you go. And these kind of ramen bowl holding hands. I mean, you gotta hold the bowl with both hands, kind of clasping it like that. Or hopper holding hands. You know, you can hold the Zector, but I prefer this hand. And the figure had these on the closed fist hands, but I took out one of them and replaced it with one of those. So let's move this aside and finally get a look at Kamen Rider Punchhopper. Now first let me situate the figure. And ta-da! Kamen Rider Punchhopper. Now this is an excellent figure. It was one of the first SH Figuarts, if I believe. And they of course had to re-release it, but this time without the stand. The original came with a stand, and right now I'm using a Play Arts stand. So let's take a closer look at the figure. Nice yellow compound eyes. It's a little visor in the bottom. There's those little Kamen Rider bumps that we're so used to. There's even the little green dot right there on his helmet. Every tiny little detail, including these black stripes, are there on his head. Including his mouth guard right here, that makes him look even more like a grasshopper. Let's take a look at the side profile. It's nice little double horns. Actually, that's one thing I didn't notice. If you kind of look at his helmet, it actually kind of looks like the Hopper sector. That's actually kind of nice. Take a look at the back. Alright, now for his chest plate, there you can see the Zector body, the Hopper body that these two brothers have. Pretty much they both all look the same, except Kid Hopper is green and he does not have this. The nice thing with this is that it actually moves, which it probably only did it twice in the show. The only problem with this one, there we go, it pops off. It doesn't break, but it just pops off way too easily. So I suggest only moving this part, not the flimsy little part. But yeah, it's a really great figure. Here we get a closer look at the Hopper. Every tiny little detail is there, including the green jewel in the middle. And the rest is just a kind of standard Kabuto belt, except without clock-up pads, because the Hoppers never needed them. And the rest is pretty much a Kabuto body, the legs, except the die cast. It actually has die cast, which pretty much means metal, for those that don't know, like me. Nice bronze pieces, bronze color, I mean. So yeah, so let's go over articulation. He's got two joints, yeah, that's right, two, on his neck and on his head. So he's got a ball joint in head, and he's also got a neck joint. So that is great. His shoulder pads are a different piece. They're attached to the arm, but they could go like that so they don't hinder. And he's got like this little cool little joint that is pretty much just for his shoulders. So you could bring it closer to his body or spread it out. Alright, now he's got a swivel up here above the bicep, double joint at the elbow, and he's got a ball joint on the wrist. So, yep, that is awesome. I love ball joints on the wrists. That's what she said. Okay. Now he's got this upper ab joint that lets him twist, and also a torso joint. So these are two separate joints that can let him do pretty much whatever the hell he wants. And this is a really neat joint here. Now you can notice his leg can only go that far and can go out. Well, guess what they did? You could actually pull the leg down to make a more dynamic pose, which is an amazing little gimmick there. So you can push the leg back up and pull it down for whatever pose you want to do. Again, a little swivel up there, double jointed knee, and he doesn't have a rotation at the knee, but actually he does have this twisty thing, and his foot can go forward, back, and so can his little toes. So forward, back, little toes. I was doing that off camera, sorry. Also, his feet are die cast. That was really nice. I didn't mention that in the original review, but it is wonderful. These are really great figures. They've captured everything of these delightfully hilarious characters. To be quite honest, they're one of my favorite Kamen Riders of all time. I can only give my hand on Punchhopper, and I really don't want to deal with eBay, so I think he's the only Hopper brother, unfortunately, that I'll get, which is really a disappointment for me. Of course, if HLJ ever puts it up, I will buy from them. As I explained before in my Lost Driver review, I will only buy things from now on from HLJ and probably a bit from Amazon, since, of course, for those of you that don't know, PayPal is, I think CS Toys is now making you pay only through PayPal, which is a really sad kind of thing, because PayPal is really shady and they've been known to close people's accounts without reason and simply just screwing up all your shit. So I highly suggest HLJ. It does, however, take them quite a while to send your stuff out, because first they have to make sure everything's in stock, then they have to calculate the shipping method, and then finally they'll send your stuff out. So that takes about a week or two, depending on where you live and how quickly you order the stuff and the day. And it's a hassle, but it is worth it, because your stuff does get there extremely safe and really safe and nice. So yeah, this has been John Perez bringing you my first SH Figuarts review. Stay tuned for more toy reviews.